Hey guys, welcome to my Casa De Papel, aka Money Heist, Season 5, Part 1 review. I have been really excited to see Money Heist again, and we've got it available to watch on Netflix. We've got Part 2 coming in December, and we'll get another 5 episodes, but here I am to talk to you about Part 1. Just before we get into the review, can I say thank you for checking out my channel. If you do like TV and movie reviews and trailer reactions and film discussion, can I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a brand new video. I would really appreciate that. I said that as quickly as possible so that we can get back into the review. So this season kicks off moments after the end of season 4. We've got a group of bank robbers inside the Bank of Spain who are trying to steal gold. We've also got hostages inside the bank, and even though bank robbers are normally horrible, horrendous, not likable people, we've grown to love these bank robbers because we understand the reasons why they're doing what they're doing. So these are essentially our protagonists, which then makes the cops on the outside the antagonists. So we've got an extraction attempt which is led by a cop called Tamayo. Inside the bank we've got a security guard called Gandia, who is an awful piece of work. We're hoping something bad happens to him as quickly as possible. And then we've also got Alicia Sierra, who's a pregnant, disgraced police officer who's making her own attempt at shutting down this robbery. I have absolutely loved watching Money Heist. I arrived late to the party, so I only started watching it when it was about 3 seasons in, so I was able to binge watch those first 3 seasons really close together. I've really enjoyed watching it because it's helping me to learn Spanish, and I watch it in Spanish with English subtitles. And if you're a person who watches it in English, you know, with the dubbed English version, can I encourage you, watch it in Spanish and just read the subtitles, because I think if you watch it with the English dubbing, I think you lose a little something in there. I really enjoyed watching season 1 and season 2 because I think the tension was at its highest level. And then seasons 3 and 4 have also been really good. And now we're on season 5 and we're coming to the end. And what we've had as we've gone along with Money Heist is we've often had flashbacks to what the characters were doing before the events of season 1, what their life was like before the very first heist. And now as we move into season 5, I feel like we're getting too many flashbacks, and I suppose this is my first criticism of season 5. So we've got some really good action, we've got some great things happening on screen, and then sometimes a flashback will completely take us out of that moment. If you've seen a show like Orange is the New Black, and lots of people have seen that, what we have is we have events in the present day that are happening inside a prison, and then we'd often get flashbacks to what the characters were doing before they arrived in prison, what led them to that tragic time of ending up in prison. And that was good for a time, and then after a while it starts taking you away from the present day. That's where I feel like we are with Money Heist. So for example, my favorite episode in this 5 arc part 1 of the season was episode 3. I thought we had some fantastic tension. We've got two threads going on at the same time. Both of them, the tension is really high. It's edge of your seat stuff. And then you get into the next episode, and what happens, instead of us seeing what happens next with those high moments of tension, we get a flashback. And a flashback of a story that doesn't really lend anything to the present day. That to me feels like a bit of an excuse for not being able to move the story forward. It's almost like we've run out of ways to make what's going on in the present day exciting because we've only got a limited window. This story is probably going to end in a few hours, so we're running out of things to do in the present day. So let's have a flashback and let's create a story and let's make that interesting. To be fair, one of the flashbacks that happens in episode 4 was entertaining. It was well done. It was interesting, it was cool to watch. But I think that would have been better placed in a spin-off to Money Heist. So let's not take away from the present story that we're dealing with. There's some real interesting avenues that this show could go off when it ends. So let's maybe have those in a spin-off, not in the current story. Unfortunately, I do feel like Money Heist has been getting a little bit silly. And I've noticed it in some of the previous seasons as well, where things are getting more and more unrealistic. So for example, we have a lot of melodrama. So there are relationships, there are conversations about how serious life is, but these conversations often happen while characters are in the middle of a gunfight. So you're shooting at a rival faction, but then these characters still have moments to say things like, life is what you make it. You really need to enjoy yourself and you need to find true love and be honest about who you are. You don't say those things in the middle of a gun battle. We also have characters who have time to get a bath in the middle of all this. We have characters doing stupid things like leaving guns unattended so that someone else can pick up that gun and then shoot back at you. Just things that wouldn't happen if you're in the middle of a robbery of this level. One of the things that we had in previous seasons is we'd often have these two factions shooting at each other. So if you imagine people stood in a corridor and you've got 6 people on this side and 6 people on that side and they've all got guns and they're all shooting at each other, but no one ever seems to get hit. It's almost like the A-team. Well, at least in season 5, when characters shoot at each other, they do get hit. And I suppose that's a good thing because it feels more realistic. I'm not celebrating people getting shot, by the way. And one of the things I found a little bit comical and a little bit ridiculous in recent seasons of Money Heist was the introduction of this character, Alicia Sierra, the pregnant cop who is like 9 months. She's ready to burst at any moment, but the way that she moves around and she's able to subdue other characters just doesn't feel realistic. Listen, pregnant women who are ready to burst do not move around, do not move as quickly as she does. I found that just silly. Overall, when all is said and done, I still really enjoy Money Heist and I've enjoyed season 5. You've got great action, you've got great cinematography, it's shot so well, we've got characters that we absolutely love, we're along for the ride, and there are moments when you are glued to the screen, so it's been a fantastic show. Little controversial talking point here, I personally think, as much as I've loved Money Heist, I think maybe it should have ended after season 2. I think it should have ended there and it could have been sort of immortalized as this amazing set piece of a show. But because we loved it, we got more and more. So no problems there. I've still enjoyed it. I just don't want it to jump the shark and go any further. So it needs to end soon. And it is going to end soon. I don't think we're going to get anything else because it's meant to be the final part. Right, cool. So my official rating for Money Heist Season 5 Part 1 is, mini drum roll, 3.5 stars. So yes, I've enjoyed it. It's all turned into a bit of a war zone. It's a madness inside the Bank of Spain right now. And yeah, we're ready to wrap up this show. But I am excited about part 2, which comes on December the 3rd. So keep your eyes open for that. So that's what I think of the show. That's what I think of the season. I'd love to know what you think about Money Heist Season 5 Part 1. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Whilst you're here, please give this video a thumbs up. And like I said at the start, if you like TV reviews like this one, if you like your movies, if you like your trailer reactions, if you like your film discussion, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and also hitting the notification bell. I would really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this review. Please stay tuned for the next one and I'll see you again soon. So until then, take care of yourselves and thanks for watching.